In this video, we'll present to you the different types of master theses that you can do at ICHEC. There are indeed many different research questions that are interesting and worth investigating and that are available to all types of students at ICHEC. And to recognize this, we've identified 3 types of master theses that you can do here. The first one is the project thesis. The second one is the applied research thesis. And the third one is the fundamental research. The first one, so the project thesis, is a thesis or master thesis that starts from a research question that's encountered by the field, by a company. It could be a startup company who wants to sell new wool sweaters and who's wondering how to build a business plan to start this new activity. And they would come to you as a student and ask them to help them develop their business plan. So this is clearly a question coming from the field. Another example could be a company such as Electrabel, who's changed their name to Engie and wonders what the impact of this change in name has on their reputation. Again, a problem encountered by the company, and they come to you as a student to ask them to clarify, find the answer to the question they're asking. The second type of research is the applied research, which you can do in a master thesis. Here, the research question doesn't come from the field at first, but comes from literature or from a concept that you would like to clarify and look into. An example could be a student interested in social impact bonds. The student would go in literature and see what the challenges are for social impact bonds today. And then, in a second stage, the student will go out and find a company that uses this financial product to see what the challenges are in the company and how the company's practice can help them answer the research question. So in this case, there will be a contribution to the concept of social impact bond and as well to the company from where the student got the data. The third type of thesis is the fundamental research thesis. Here, the contribution is much more to literature, and your research question has to do with developing a concept or developing theory. As an example, we could have a student wondering if shareholder maximization as a concept is compatible with agency theory, for example. So the student would go in literature, understand the challenges around these different concepts, and see whether or not they contradict the theory that is used to develop them. As a result, the contribution of the theory will not be to the field directly, and he will not use data coming from a company. In any case, these 3 types of researches are interesting and can have interesting results and are just a starting point for you to decide what type of research you want to do in your master thesis. What type of theme would you like to address? And hopefully this presentation will help you now decide on your first steps and eventually find a promoter who could follow you in your research. We wish you lots of luck in your project.